It was a 40-minute hockey game. I would have been really happy, yeah, but it's not. I mean, the same thing happened last night. We were up 2-1 going into the third against Union. And you know, I think part of our evolution of our program and what we're trying to build, you know, after maybe last year, we don't have that belief yet. We haven't seen some of those games through. We did against Merrimack, but you know, you're playing good programs every single day. It's tough. And you got to play 60 minutes. We got away from our game, and then they score one. Then they scored. I mean, I don't know how many they scored in quick succession. Probably in the 3-minute period, maybe. Not even. Yeah, 3 minutes, 2.5 minutes, and it totally changed the game. So, I really liked the way we played for the first 2 periods of the game. I was really happy because I think compared to last night, we were working harder. We were executing better. And we took away a lot of the things that they're trying to do. And then in the third, they got going and they got some momentum, and it was like blood to a shark. And then they capitalized. So not happy with the third, but I guess if you're looking at positives, really happy with the first 40.
Speaking of positives, what did you think of Connor's play? I thought he really came up with some big.
No, he was good. Like I think he. I thought he was really good. None of the goals were his fault. You know, they made some really nice plays, and we kind of broke down there in the third, but I thought he was really solid all night and gave us a chance to win. And I think the sign of a good goaltender isn't necessarily how many goals he gave up or even what his save percentage is, because that comes and goes. It's more, does he give you a chance to win on a given night? And I think he gave us a chance to win. He played really hard.
And then I guess just you know, this whole process.
Yeah.
You know, if you're coming over to Stonehill, just what has this been like? Has it been what? How much did you anticipate? You know, just how's this been going?
It's been great. I mean, I think our kids we have good kids that want to get better, they want to learn, they want to grow. You know, some of the things they don't know, so we have to teach them, and you know, we're kind of throwing them into the fire because we're playing some really good programs. You know, next week we go out to Lake State, the week after going to Minnesota Duluth, so it doesn't get any easier for us. But I think it's going to make us better in the long run. I think a real good sign for us is going to be when we start playing some of the other independents, because they're probably more on the same wavelength as us. But you know, these games are great. I mean, you know, part of what I'd like to bring to the program is that they have a great experience, a great Division I hockey playing experience. As an independent, we have the ability to play teams from all across the country. We can play anyone really that we want to play. And we want to challenge ourselves against them, because that's going to make their experience better, but it's also going to make our program better long term as we grow and as we build and as we get better. And you come into an environment like this and you can play the way we did for 40 minutes, that says something. Now, we didn't finish the game, we didn't play the whole game, but it shows that we can do it. It's just getting them to do it for 3 periods. That's where we're headed, that's what we're working on, and that's where we'll focus our attention this week going into Lake State.
Is that pretty much the message at the end of the game when you're talking to the guys in the locker room?
There's some other things that was said, but okay. I think it's more of just like you know, there's a standard and expectation that we have to have. And a lot of it is the 6 inches between the ears, and it's more mindset and belief. And we had it for 2 periods and we lost it. And we got to stay strong and we got to stay tough in the moments where you're being pushed and you're being challenged. And you know, you give up 1, that's one thing, but you give up 3 in 3 minutes, that's something a little bit different. That's like a mental, emotional, physical breakdown. And that's where we got to get better. Because if we took those moments away and we only gave up 1, it's a 3-1 hockey game, and you get 1, now you're right back in it, right? So being able to stop the bleeding is important, and I think a lot of that's mindset and stick-to-itiveness and believing in what we're doing. And hey, we've only been at it, we've only played 3 games. I'm hopeful by game 34, we're going to understand how we need to play in order to win. Game 3, we're not quite there yet, obviously. But, you know, I think what the first 2 periods showed is that when we play the way that we're capable of playing, we can be competitive with the best teams in the country.
They score 2 goals in less than a minute, you take the timeout.
Yeah.
Is there a message at that point?
Yeah, just we gotta just toughen up. And the goals that were scored were just breakdowns in coverages, but more just like sticks and lanes. Like they were trying to center pucks from below the goal line, and we talked to the guys before the game that they were going to do that. They scored their first goal doing that. And then they scored 2 goals. We just didn't have guys. We had bodies in front, but we didn't have sticks. And, you know, it's something that we have to get better at, because that seems to be a little bit of a problem game to game. Every game we've played this year, we've given up goals in that regard. So we got to get a lot stronger and a lot tougher in our net front. And so we talked about that, and just, you know, we had 13 minutes left or whatever it was in the game. We're not quitting. Like, we're just playing. We're going to play right through the end. And I want guys that want to be a part of that process. And, you know, not to say we didn't give up chances, but we stopped the bleeding, which was good to see.
Good.
Great, thank you. Thanks.